Alright, before we run a play, I just want to rehash timing because of course I miss things. Let me read it to you. Quarters are 30 plays long. 30 plays mean 30 plays, not 30 dice rolls. Some plays take multiple dice rolls, and you've seen that firsthand on the kickoff. And incomplete passes, touchdowns, field goals, safeties, and all plays where the ball changes possession or involve penalties or injuries are half plays. Out of bounds plays count as half plays only after the 25th play in the second and fourth quarters. Timeouts give you an extra half play. Each team gets 3 timeouts per half. Okay. Now after every demonstration of every different type of play, that's the last thing I'm going to tell you. Okay, is this a half play or a full play? Now, I want to talk to you about, we looked at the roster sheets, and I have here, I hope you can see it, again, the Baltimore Ravens offensive sheet, their depth chart. And in APBA football, all starting lineups are based off the pro set formation. Pro set formation is you have 2 wide receivers. One in the old days was called a split end, and the wide receiver by the tight end on the tight end side was the flanker. And then you have 1 tight end and a halfback and a fullback. And that comprised your pro set formation. Now, in APBA, it used to be really stringent. Boy, you had to run out of the pro set. Now there's a lot more flexibility. It even says here in the basic rules, if you want to go to 3 wide receiver set or 2 tight end set, you could do so. And I'm going to show you how to do all that. But what they try to do is the personnel that have played the most downs on offense, they try to plug and play and fit into the pro set offense. Let me just switch here to a different team. Okay, and this is Buffalo. Now you look at the fullback position. You see where it says T.G. Graham, E, and then it's in parentheses E.B. Well, you're going to learn some APBA language here, because E.B., okay, Anquan Boldin's card, who he's a wide receiver, E.B. in APBA language indicates a wide receiver. E.T. in APBA language indicates a tight end. Okay, so E.B. wide receiver, E.T. tight end. Thing with the Buffalo Bills in 2012, their primary personnel package on the field that had the most offensive snaps was a 3 wide receiver personnel set. So what they do is they just plug in those people into a pro set formation. And this is really comes of importance when we start to discuss the master game, and it could get confusing. And the last thing I want to do is confuse anyone. But I just want you to know the primary formation on offense is the pro set. And at times you might look at a roster and see an ET or an EB at the fullback spot, and you're saying, hey, what the heck's going on there? Just know that that team ran primarily, their primary set was those personnel on the field. So APBA is trying to plug and play it. Now let's look at the defense. In the defense, you have 2 different types of defenses. You have a 4-3 and you have a 3-4. And APBA reflects that. Now let's look at Baltimore. They are this is Buffalo, sorry. They are a 4-3. How do I know that? Because for one, you see Shepard, MLB, that's middle linebacker. And you see that they have 4 down linemen, left defensive end, left defensive tackle, right defensive tackle, right defensive end, and then you have a strong side and a weak side outside linebackers. All right, that is a classic 4-3. Now let's go back to the Ravens. Ravens are a classic 3-4 defense. How do I know that? because the NT, that's a nose tackle. You see there's not 3 down linemen, but there's not 4 down linemen, there's 3. You have a left defensive end, a nose tackle, and a right defensive end. And then you have, look at Ray Lewis. He's an inside linebacker. McLean, he's an inside linebacker. And then you have 2 outside linebackers. So you have, on defense, you're either going to be in a 4-3 alignment or you're going to be in a 3-4 or a 4-3.